Hello out there. Thank you for listening. This is the Wesley Entertainment Company. And my name is Jonah.
And my name is Lucas.
And thank you for joining us today on this glorious day. So this is issue number 2.
Issue numero dos.
Numero dos. And we're really excited to be back here doing this. This is really fun. So we're going to kind of dive right in. And I wanted to say, if you're a newcomer, what this show is all about. So this is a podcast that Lucas and I are doing. It's basically like an art appreciation podcast. So we're going to talk about movies we like, music, and comic books, and some regular novels and books as well. So pretty much anything in that realm, we're going to be talking about it. And we want you to get on the action too. So we're going to kind of talk about what we'll be watching and reading in the future. And if you want to follow along, you should do that.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. So we wanted to say that we are going to actually change our name.
Yep. We made
starting
it this far, and it's just time. I think it's just time.
It's time. Yeah. We've had enough time to sit with that. So, so that's it. So, can I get a little drum roll?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
drummer? Ready?
Okay, yeah. Okay, the new name of our show will be Wesley's Pop Culture Club.
Nice.
Yes, so we decided to change it a little bit just because there were some other, it looked like channels that had, I think there was one that had the same name as ours.
Yeah, we're encroaching. And I also just feel like this one's maybe a little bit more indicative of what we're up to here.
Exactly. I like that. Yeah. Pop Culture Club. So yeah. And just, I wanted to say, again, thanks for tuning in our last giant size issue number 1.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening.
Yeah. So that was really fun to make, and Lucas did a whole bunch of awesome editing, and he did all of the engineering side of stuff. So he's just killing it over there.
Thanks, Jonah.
Just killing it. Yeah. So that was really cool. So, and then we have to make good on a promise.
Yes.
That you made last time.
The people need to know, Jonah, how was the K-pop ramen?
The K-pop ramen was pretty dang good.
Was it? Nice.
Yeah, it was.
You said it was kind of spicy.
Really spicy.
Nice.
So for me, I can't really do a lot of spice anymore. My stomach gets kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So I thought the flavor was good, but I probably won't buy it again in the near future just because it kind of hurt my stomach. And I had it this was not me. I had it like at night too, and I was like, oh man, because I was really hungry. So. But I thought it was really cool. I actually was at the store again, and I saw them today.
Oh, really?
I think there's like 6 packs of them or something.
Nice.
So they're probably going to be going strong for a while.
Overall, pretty good, though.
Yeah, overall it was good.
Up.
Yeah, it was a thumbs up.
Okay.
It was good quality. So
cool. Glad to hear. Okay. Yeah, one more thing before we dive into the meat here. We are now available wherever you listen to podcasts. Pretty much everywhere. So we're on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Podcast Index, YouTube, iHeartRadio. The list goes on and on. And we do have an Instagram account. So if you want to follow us on there, that'd be great. Right now it's Wesley Entertainment Company. I don't know how any of that works with changing that.
I don't know either.
I imagine that's something we'll have to look into. But for now, go follow that one. And we'll keep you updated on all the different places that you can find us. But that's all I've got intro-wise.
Me too.
Should we get into this thing?
I think we're good.
All right.
Let's go, man.
Let's do it. So we're going to start off with the movie that Jonah and I chose last month to watch for this issue, which was How to Make a Killing. So we actually just saw this movie last night as of this taping.
I want to say should we do a spoiler warning too?
Oh yeah. Good
call.
call.
We're gonna do just a quick blanket spoiler warning. Yep. Let's just wrap ourselves in that for a little bit.
Get snug
with that blanket, because everything from this point on to the rest of the show is we're probably gonna delve into it a little bit. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, then you might want to take a snooze. Or something.
Take a snooze. Fast forward to the next part.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I want to say that.
So we've got How to Make a Killing. This movie is written and directed by John Patton Ford, who people may know as the writer-director of the Aubrey Plaza film Emily the Criminal, which neither of us have seen.
Right.
So didn't really know what to expect on a writing-directing front here.
Yeah.
This movie stars Glenn Powell, Margaret Qualley. We got Ed Harris. We got Zach Woods, Topher Grace. This movie's kind of loaded.
It is loaded. Yeah.
Lots of great actors in this movie. If for those of you who don't know and are still listening to this part, here's like kind of the quick rundown on what's going on with this movie. So this is the like solicit synopsis, if you will. Disowned at birth by his obscenely wealthy family, blue-collar Beckett Redfellow will stop at nothing to reclaim his inheritance, no matter how many relatives stand in his way. Jonah, what'd you think of this movie?
Take it away. I thought it was pretty cool. It was a fun adventure. And it was really funny at times. I would say, overall, I had a good time with this. And I think Glenn Powell is just becoming one of my favorite actors.
Nice.
We were talking yesterday. He's in a lot of stuff right now too. Like in this past year specifically, he's had a lot of roles. I enjoyed this though.
Good.
How about you?
Yeah, same. I had a good time. I was thoroughly entertained. It was funnier than I expected it to be.
Yes.
Just based on the one trailer I had seen beforehand. Yeah, I agree with Glenn Powell. We were talking yesterday, and I said I think like some celebrities, I feel like if you met them, you'd be like, oh, like whatever. Like I feel like I could probably have a conversation with some people. I think Glenn Powell might be one of those people that would like. Yes. He just seems like he's got all the charisma, you know.
Yes.
And I feel like he might be one of those guys where I would genuinely struggle to come up with words to like have a conversation with him.
You just be like,
yeah,
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
to see you.
yeah. So
yeah.
I for one am glad he's having his moment here.
Yeah.
He's a really talented guy, and
He's a really talented guy.
I didn't know it was him until recently, but I've loved him ever since he was in The Dark Knight Rises for about 5 seconds as a worker at the stock exchange.
You got to show me that.
Yeah,
that scene. That sounds familiar. Well, that's kind of what he did in this movie. He was working on like Wall Street.
Yeah, very similar. I thoroughly enjoyed this. We were talking about the comedy, unexpected Zach Woods appearance that I feel like was maybe my favorite part of the movie.
I think it was me too.
I was cracking up. Yeah. His intro went obscenely hard.
It was. I want to delve into this real quick because up until that point, the movie, in my interpretation, was kind of like you knew what was happening. This is going to be about this dude who wants to get his inheritance, and he's going to like kill everybody in the way.
Yeah.
And then it just took this huge right turn with being really funny with Zach Woods, because he's kind of like he's one of the family members that he needs to kill, and he's like the rich art guy, art kid who's like 30 or something like that. And he's like, they show him like at a gallery showing his work, and you know, he's just like smoking weed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's just, but it was really funny. Like the stuff he said was like very kind of like topical and like prescient. So it was kind of funny.
Yeah, I was wondering how much, because he's like a pretty accomplished improv guy, Zach Woods. Okay, so I was wondering how much they just let him go, because I've seen like outtakes from like Silicon Valley where he's just going, you know, and they just keep it moving, and some of the stuff he was saying felt like pretty specifically him, you know. Nice. So I was wondering if they were just like, yeah, like for this, just do whatever, and you know, you'll come up with it. But
Nice.
yeah, that was great. The movie did like, so Glenn Powell's like hunting down his relatives, trying to like kill them all so that he can claim this inheritance the whole time. And I felt like we were talking about this yesterday, how sometimes you and I are both dudes who kind of like to have a guy to root for.
Yes,
You know what I
we
mean?
are. Yeah.
And he is like not a good guy
Yes,
in this movie,
bad
Glenn Powell.
dude.
And they did this thing where it felt like they tried to make his relatives more unlikable than him.
Okay.
So like
interesting.
for instance, we were talking about Zach Woods. He's kind of this like super pretentious like artist cousin that he has. His first victim is another cousin who is like this party animal kid. They try to make them like pretty much all dislikable except for his uncle, who gets him the
Yes.
job at the stock exchange, which I thought was a cool twist. Like it's like, okay, not everybody, you don't have to hate everybody in this movie, but
Yes.
yeah, it can be tough sometimes in a movie like that where there's like you're kind of rooting for him, but at the same time you're like, this guy's not a good guy, you know. And they also the movie does this interesting thing that starts you off at the end, sort of,
Right.
like almost the very end of the movie. He's got 4 hours until he's being executed, right? And so the movie is told in media res, kind of like he's telling his story to a priest. And so I felt like early on, I was like, it doesn't seem like they would just give this away like this.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was like kind of predicting things. And I was like, well, I feel like someone's going to have to get him out, you know, because like they're going to catch us
Sure.
up and then something else is going to happen. Otherwise, it would just be like kind of a bleak end, and maybe like deserved, but, you know, bleak overall. What are your thoughts?
I that's a really good point. So I will be honest. I have kind of thought of, so I saw this was an A24 movie, and I have been a little kind of negative of A24 like kind of lately.
Yeah.
I haven't. So I don't really watch a lot of them right now.
We're
But
neon guys now.
Neon's pretty cool. I haven't really seen a lot of Neon yet, but it seems pretty sick. But sorry, A24, Mr. A24. But
John 24.
John 24. I think like I remember talking with you, like there's been a couple movies of A24 where I just feel like it's very focused on the style.
Yeah.
And the plot like will end kind of abruptly or like bleakly or like, again, that's all artistic choice. For me though, like again, I'm kind of like a Marvel guy. Like I just love like happy ending and like a guy to root for. So like it's just like a good opportunity for me to work on being like open-minded and not just like shut it down and be like, okay, like what are we doing? So I thought that when the priest was talking and they were kind of giving that in media res story, like I was like, maybe he is gonna die. So I actually didn't have that thought. Like he might just kill him, because a lot of A24 stuff lately has been kind of like bleak, and it's like almost like they're dangling it and they're like, oh, maybe we're gonna do this. But then they do something like negative, which is kind of alt.
Yeah, I should say like it's not a happy ending. Like
It's not a happy ending. Yeah.
Even what happens, like Margaret Qualley is like his childhood friend, who it basically ends up blackmailing him. Like she has someone tail him and finds out that he was present at all of these murders of his family members that take place.
Right.
And she blackmails him and then frames him for murder, which is why he's in prison. He doesn't even end up in prison for the like 5 murders he committed. It's one that he didn't commit.
Right.
And she manages to frame him for it and basically like withholds the evidence of his innocence until he signs over the inheritance to her. And then he does so, gets out of prison, and she's there waiting for him, and they go back to the mansion together.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, it's kind of one of those things. It's like, well, these two really deserve each other, but it's also like, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a happy living environment to me.
No,
I don't know.
God, no. No, yeah, it seems there's 2 really shitty people.
And there's
Really shitty.
yeah, there's like that moment where he sees her, his like ex-fiance has driven off, and he sees her in the parking lot, and he just goes, okay.
Yeah.
Like walks
really funny.
over.
I feel like his character was like, what's the word? He was like very disengaged with his relationships.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
was so focused on the inheritance.
right. He has to be like kind of a sociopath,
Exactly.
right? Like he
Well,
was
yeah,
just
exactly. He's
killing
killing
off family
people.
members.
Yeah.
He did say he fell for this woman to whom he was engaged, but he was not present. Like,
No.
he missed their engagement party to
Yeah.
go and try to kill his grandfather. Like, there was,
Right. I feel like when we are talking about this right now, it's like putting the movie in perspective and how crazy it was.
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
Just putting it out.
It's
right
a
now in the
bonkers
air.
movie.
It's bonkers. Like, but it's cool, I think, because they make it look very realistic.
Yeah.
Like all of it's like present day, and like he has a 9-to-5 job, and it's very like regular looking.
Right.
So, but talking about it's like this is crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on one of my favorite scenes was when the uncle, who has kind of helped. Yeah, he's helped Beckett is Glenn Powell's character's name. He's gotten him this job, which is the only reason why he got the job was because he killed the first cousin who used to have that job, and then the uncle was like, "Hey, we got this opening for you," and he's like, "Okay," but the uncle turns out to be like this really genuinely nice guy, like you were saying. He's the guy we can root for out of this crazy family. And so, like, he basically fast forward, and the uncle, I think his name was Warren. I think he was on his deathbed because he had a heart attack.
Right.
Like, and man, he said this quote, which was probably my favorite quote of the movie, and he was like talking about how, like, oh, we are very wealthy, and like, and he's like, I see it in you, Beckett, that you're chasing this job and you want what pays, but he's like, the only thing that pays is your relationships, and you're specifically like find that one person who wants to be with you and who trusts you and you trust them. And he's like, that's the only thing that pays.
Right.
And I was like, damn. And he was,
that
was like the one time when Beckett starts like crying.
Yeah.
Like he gets kind of emotional. He wasn't really crazy emotional in the movie.
No.
But that time you could see he was like getting past his facade of sociopath. And he was like, wow.
Yeah, and he had mentioned in a voiceover earlier that like his uncle was going to be like he was like, I couldn't think of raising a hand to this guy. Like, the only person in the film I feel like to die of natural causes, like just had a heart attack.
You're talking to him.
Then,
yeah, exactly.
That I can remember anyway. But yeah, he said it was something to the effect of like, I've got all this money, but you're the only person who came to visit me today. Like
exactly.
It's not all about that. Like I could have been making, connections with relatives and having friends and stuff. Like it's life is about more than money, guys.
It really is.
Not sure who needs to hear that, but if you're out there,
there's a little tidbit.
That's for you.
A little tidbit.
Well, Jonah,
I wanted to say one other quick thing.
Yeah.
Topher Grace is really great.
Yeah.
He was another.
I believe we forgot.
Yeah. He was another one of the 7 people that he wanted to kill, and he was like a like kind of Christian like mega like pop star.
Yeah.
Almost like he had like this huge following, and he was I don't know how to describe it.
Seemed like it's like a Righteous Gemstones type thing. He's like televangelist sort of like super
exactly.
preachy, like playing. He was like shredding a guitar solo at the audience. It
was awesome. So he's such a great actor. Like I've seen him in a couple things now, like as he's older.
Yeah.
And he's like he can do anything.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I always loved Topher Grace. He lovingly referred to Jesus as JC in this movie.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I got a chuckle.
Yeah.
All right, man. How you feel?
I think good.
All right, cool.
It was good. Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're gonna move along here, but I did want to note next month we are going to be watching Project Hail Mary, which I believe comes out on March 20th. So it'll probably be a similar deal where we'll watch that and then record sometime after that. And then all of our issues do come out on the last Friday of the month. So that one will be the 27th, I guess.
27th.
Come out.
Okay, yeah.
That sounds right.
That sounds right to
Math.
me. That sounds right.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Project Hail Mary for March. and we're going to move along here. Did you want to intro this next part?
Yes,
Cool.
I will.
All right.
Okay, so we are going to discuss the new Marvel television show called Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
And so it just was released, I think, this past month, right, in January.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, they dropped all 8 episodes. And it stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as Wonder Man, or Simon.
The titular Wonder Man.
The titular Wonder Man. And then his kind of his friend and the kind of supporting actor is Sir Ben Kingsley. And he is Trevor Slattery, also known as the Mandarin, when he was the Mandarin in previous Marvel movies. I think we were saying Iron Man 3, and he was also in Shang-Chi. So that's the kind of the main 2 dudes, and there's also lots of other people. So what do you think, man? What are your thoughts?
I love this show. This show was so
Yes.
good.
It was amazing.
I will say I haven't been like tapped into the MCU television stuff, like the streamers, for a while. I watched, WandaVision when it came out, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which are like the first 2 MCU shows that I feel like they put out. And then I watched like a little bit of Loki. I liked Loki. I just never got around to finishing it for whatever reason. And since then, I feel like this is the first one that I have watched in its entirety. And wow. Just so good.
So good.
So good.
Dude, it was amazing.
Yeah.
We have been doing a running gag where so Trevor Slattery he's like, I think he's kind of British.
Yeah.
Or
I think
he must be British. But he kind of ends his sentences with like a question.
Yeah.
So he's like, Wonder Man. And so Lucas and I, Lucas is really good at it, but we've been doing it a lot lately.
There's a scene in one of the earlier episodes where they're trying to film an audition tape for Simon, and
Yes.
they finish recording, and Trevor goes, I think Simon asks him how it was, and Trevor goes, "It's transcendent." It's just, there's always like an
Incredible.
uptick in his
Yes.
voice at the end.
Yes.
It's transcendent.
It's transcendent. It's so good. So yeah, the I'll kind of do like a little kind of synopsis. So
Yeah.
it's like Simon is like a struggling actor. He's trying to make it in Hollywood, and he also has these superpowers that he's like trying to hide from everybody because he basically like has a hard time controlling them, and he is almost like the Hulk in that he's got like unlimited strength, but it's like kind of energized. So that's Simon, and so he's just like trying to like live in LA,
Right.
Make a living, not make a killing. But
But now he knows how to if he's seen this movie.
right,
Yeah.
which he listened to the.
We all know
podcast
how
and
to
then-
now.
Yeah. Exactly. Now we know how to do it. And then Trevor Slattery is like, he is basically like a recovering alcoholic. Because kind of what happened was he was, and you're probably better explaining this, but the Mandarin kind of background. But he was in like Iron Man 3. He was like portraying the Mandarin, who was a terrorist. But it turned out to be he was like literally just an actor playing this role. But he himself was not like affiliated with the terrorist group.
Yeah, he's kind of the red herring of Iron Man 3.
Yes, exactly. So he they say in Wonder Man, like he's a recovering alcoholic and he's trying to like get past these kind of poor decisions and start a new life.
Right.
And so he's like trying out for movie roles and like getting back into acting. And so they basically, these two meet, and then some crazy, awesome stuff happens.
Hijinks.
Some hijinks ensue. And and then by the end of the season, like they become a really close duo. And there's some more like kind of superhero elements, like more so in like the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
Where it kind of is setting up for something else. What I loved about this show, which I've kind of been reading online a little bit about as well, is that it was it's like very grounded in like street level, like real life.
Yeah.
I was actually digging. I haven't like kind of fact checked this, but like before the show starts, it says like Marvel Spotlight.
Okay, yeah.
And that I've heard is a new thing Marvel's doing. This is the first show where they've done it, and it's going to be like showcasing more street level superheroes.
Okay.
Like realistic.
I like that.
Yeah, and I think that like for me, that's where I love superheroes, is where it's like kind of more relatable.
Yeah.
But there's still this magical realism happening.
Right.
And I think that's why I loved this show, is because it was like we could really relate to Simon, like a lot of the struggles he was having, and he kind of like lost everything, and he was just kind of struggling a lot. And but he like it was very like kind of human focused.
Yeah.
And I feel like the superhero stuff was kind of like just kind of in the background.
Yes.
It was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I really liked about this, is that it's like we've talked about this before too. Like, I feel like something that helps to make these kinds of things work better, that these things that are set in like a larger universe, is when they're able to like transcend that universe, transcend it, and just be their own thing. Like that's like what makes Andor so good too, is that it's like like feels like it's definitely part of the Star Wars universe, but you can watch Andor and like forget about Star Wars.
Totally.
Like, it's completely its own thing. It's so well done because of how original it is, and and I feel like this show does a great job of that. Like you said, like the superpowers become like background noise for a while. It's not. That's like secondary. I'm more interested in like his relationship with Trevor Slattery, and like, is he going to get the role in this film? It's way more grounded, and like there's pretty constant references to like real Hollywood people.
I forgot about that.
Like Joe Pantoliano plays himself, and they talk about like McConaughey. They talk about Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh my gosh, yes, forgot about these specifics.
There's all these like the real people that are mentioned by name, and and just feels like I don't know, just makes it even more like. Also, it's cool that like those people exist as themselves in the MCU. I feel like that idea is like funny to me.
That is awesome.
But yeah, this show just rocks.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
it was some of my favorite moments are. There's one of the episodes in particular where Simon and Trevor. So basically, like Simon saves Trevor from these like bandits that are like beating Trevor up.
Okay.
And he has to use his superpowers to like beat up these bad dudes.
Yeah.
So while he's doing that, this kid videotapes Simon doing that. Yes. And he's like, and Simon again is very like, he doesn't want anybody to know he has these powers, like even like family and stuff like that. And so they're like, we got to track down that kid, because he had like a webcam or a GoPro. Mm-hmm. And a webcam, that's old. A webcam. But he had a GoPro, and so they're like, they try to like chase him. So I think I'm getting a couple things confused in my head. But anyways, they find this dude, and he like blackmails them.
Right.
And they're like, he's like, I'm gonna give you this tape if you can get back this motorcycle that my like used to be friend stole from me. Mm-hmm. So basically, they go to this friend's house, and. This whole scene's really funny because it looks like they like kind of break into the house, and it's all these like kind of college age kids, and it looks like they're like making like drugs, but they're really just making this like candy, like this like Mexican candy, which is really good. I've had like candy like it. It's like spicy. And like Simon is just like, what is this? Like he's like we're gonna bust you, and Trevor's like kind of freaking out. But then like everybody's really like nice, and then basically some like FBI dudes, or like not FBI, like government dudes that are working. There's a lot of backstory here. I don't want to get into all of it, I guess, because it's so much. But there's like these bad guys that come, and then a gunshot happens, and everybody just like runs, and then basically. Then there's like so it's like a cool chase scene, and it's very comedically done. But then Trevor and Simon like run to their car, and they're like, let's go, and then it just cuts, and then No, it's actually they cut and then I think I'm getting two things confused. But just the chase scene in the car is like really funny.
Oh yeah,
like where they're just like Trevor's driving, I think, and he like is like I can't do this. But I'm also thinking of the scene where
when they first see
when they
him,
see the kid, that sort of thing, and they're like, we gotta get him. Let's go. It's like they say, let's go. They cut it, and then they're immediately stuck in traffic.
and they
right
can't
away.
Do
anything. That was just both of the car chase scenes are really funny to me.
Yeah, I think that episode may have been my favorite one.
Yes.
It's like kind of shorter, but there's so much that happens.
There's a lot of stuff that converges,
and the twist that they're just making candy is
it's really
hilarious.
Funny.
And then I think like Trevor at one point is like, "Try one."
Yeah. And this time he's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I think the doorman episode is nuts.
Oh yeah,
that's like a class. I think it's gonna go down as a classic.
That was so crazy.
It was crazy.
So good.
But it was cool because it was all in black and white. Everything else is in color.
Yeah.
And then we learned that like this dude, the doorman, had some affiliation with Simon. Because I remember Simon mentions the character's name. Who I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, I think he was just emphasizing that because of this doorman dude, they instituted a law.
That's what it was.
That people in entertainment were not allowed to have superpowers.
Exactly.
So like people with superpowers are legally not allowed to act in things and stuff, which is why it like goes into him being like super afraid that anyone will find out that he has these superpowers because he's trying to get this part in this movie. Mm-hmm. So it was like, what was his name?
I'm trying to look too.
That was a very crazy episode, though. It's kind of a flashback that explains why this is something that people are so worried about. Damar Davis.
Yes. Dude, okay. So also the bit with Josh Gad.
Oh my God.
So funny. And it's like, again, just Josh Gad. He's being himself. And he's basically the doorman works at this club. And he's the doorman there. And but at this point, he has a superpower where anybody can transport through him,
right?
As he is actually a physical like doorway, which is very cool.
Double entendre with the name there,
yes,
because he actually was a doorman,
right?
Who is now a door,
exactly,
man.
Yeah, and so like Josh Gad, there's just a point where he's like DJing in this club and he's playing like Frozen songs, like Olaf songs.
Yeah.
And he's like singing and he's like drunk and stuff, and it's really funny. But I wrote down here, Josh Gad, Imagine Dragons.
Oh yes,
that was we were trying to remember this other day where he was like, it's some song by Imagine Dragons.
It's radioactive.
Radioactive.
He's
like, what does he say? He's like, this is the most important song in our generation,
of the 2000s or something.
It was awesome.
So good.
The comedy is incredible. In the show, it's amazing.
It is really, really a nonstop show, and with a good ending too. Felt like it like incredible. Wrapped it up. They're kind of, I don't know. They set things up for him to be around in the future, but it didn't feel like annoying in the way that they did. Like he was able to break Trevor out of prison, which I think everybody was rooting for. See where like. How to Make a Killing didn't allow me to like Glenn Powell. Like it didn't make me empathize with him. I was able to, even though like the entire time Trevor Slattery is lying to Simon until like the last episode or two episodes, when he tells him like he's been working undercover. You feel for him, because he just got in over his head with the whole thing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it just felt like the characters were more complex than I expected them to be for just an MCU TV show. Like
that's a really good point.
They were layered. They had interesting dynamics between them.
Yeah, I think it's a great point to kind of like forgot about that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, man, what do you think? Is that we feeling good for Wonder Man?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to season 3 of Primal, which is chugging along. Some awesome 2D animation. I love that show. I think they have 4 episodes left this season. So things are picking up.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. We're going to do one more quick segment, and then we are going to take a quick break. But I wanted to get into this because we're trying to branch out with our different, levels of entertainment and stuff. So we've got, I feel like in the first issue we hit movies and comics pretty hard.
Yeah.
But we wanted to branch out a little bit. So I've been doing this thing. I tried to do it last year too, and I think I fell maybe one book short. But I'm trying to do this thing where I read 12 books in a year, so like one for every month, right? So I have begun my journey this year. So I've got my January book and my February book both done. So for January, I read Slapstick or Lonesome No More by Kurt Vonnegut. Awesome. And then February, I finished up Children of Dune by Frank Herbert, which is the third
one, okay.
in the Dune series. So, and then currently for March, I'm reading Project Hail Mary, trying to get ready for that movie coming out here.
That's
so
very topical.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying.
On the ball.
I'm trying to do that more,
cool.
where I read. Like if a movie is based on something, I'd like to read the source material beforehand. Kind of backfired on me with Wuthering Heights, but we don't need to talk about that one.
End that one.
So yeah, just a couple of quick thoughts. I think Kurt Vonnegut might be my favorite author of all time.
Okay.
He just drives the point home in a way that's like so true to humanity. Like I feel like he had a really good understanding of the way people respond to things. So this one's really interesting. It's about a guy who was raised with a twin sister. And actually there are a couple of weird similarities between these two very different books. So first off, they were both published in 1976.
Wow. Okay.
Which was just
That's
coincidence. I wasn't trying to do that.
Yeah.
I've just been making my way through Kurt Vonnegut's books and the Dune series, and these two just happened to coincide in time. And secondly, both feature like plots revolving around main characters who are twins that people are trying to separate from one another.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Really weird. So in this one, the siblings, they share this kind of like collective genius that is only in existence when they're near each other.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they get like separated, and then his sister dies and he becomes like the president of the United States for a while. And then basically like the apocalypse happens and he becomes the king of Manhattan. Real Kingpin type shit. So yeah. This one was just great. I always love Kurt Vonnegut. I don't think necessarily this is my favorite of his books, but I'm glad that I read it. It's got some really good just really good commentary as always from him. Yeah, loved it. And then Children of Dune. This one was also really good. I'm enjoying my time in the Dune universe.
Yes.
Chugging along. I felt like the first one. It seems like the first one is going to be hard to top as they get going. But I will say, like, Messiah is the second one. Felt more like political intrigue, and sometimes like it's a lot about like prescience and like, can we change the future if we know it, or like is it just destined to happen no matter what we do, kind of thing. And it was like a lot of the concepts in the second one are like pretty abstract. So this one felt like it was more of a return to like moving pieces and like plot work and stuff. And I don't mean like Messiah was devoid of those things. It was just like there were times when I would have to like reread the same paragraph like 5 times to soak it in. Whereas this one was a little bit more straightforward. It has those elements, but it definitely returns to like, okay, here's what's going on in the plot. And like, it was just maybe a little bit easier to follow for me. So yeah, that's been Lucas's book corner. Thanks for indulging me on that one. Just trying to branch out a little bit.
I like it.
We're going to take a quick break, and then we are going to be right back. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a second.
See ya.
And we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
We're back, baby.
We're back from the break.
We're back.
All right. So, post-break, we wanted to get into music a little bit. This is part of our further branching out into different forms of content and entertainment. So we wanted to talk about some more recent albums that we both have been listening to. So we each chose one.
We did.
Would you like to start off?
Yeah, I can start it out a little bit. Start it off and
Okay.
Get it going.
Get it going. Get it moving along.
Yeah, we'll get that train rolling. So I picked the artist is Hayley Williams of Paramore fame. And her solo album Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, which is a pretty awesome name.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good one.
It's pretty awesome name. So just a little background I wanted to give. So it was released on November 7th of last year. It is 20 songs.
Yeah.
In a little over an hour, which I didn't realize that.
I was surprised when I saw that.
Yeah,
when you made the pick, I looked into it and I was like, wow, this is a decent length album here.
Yes. It was pretty long.
Pretty long.
It was a long album.
But it's quite good also.
It was quite good. They're so good at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was that long. It also had 4 Grammy nominations.
Whoa.
Including Best Alternative Music Album.
Nice.
It was kind of part of the reason I wanted to look at it, because I kind of looked at those Grammy nominations a little bit, but I also like Hayley Williams. Really haven't listened to a lot of Paramore and her solo stuff as a whole, but I know a couple of Paramore songs I would listen to when I was younger. I was just like,
yeah, it's hard not to.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's hard.
Pretty essential soundtrack to our lives at a certain point, you know.
Totes my goes.
Would you say, you said she was nominated for Best Alternative Album?
Yes.
Would you say that's one you pay attention to more than others, maybe, that category?
Yeah, I don't pay attention to the Grammys that much, to be honest with you.
Same.
But if I look, I give it 2 minutes of my time. I usually will look at Album of the Year first.
Okay.
And then I think that's what I did. Then I looked at Alternative. I think that was pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Do you like to check it out, or not that much?
I am not really. We talked kind of a little bit last month about award shows and kind of, how they can be at times. But I do feel like the Grammys in particular, for whatever reason, there's just so much stuff out there that I don't know, and I just feel like a lot of it gets overlooked, and it's easy to feel that way too with the Oscars and stuff. So I think there's a lot of shortcomings with those kinds of things. But I don't really know why. I feel like the Grammys for me is one of the bigger offenders there. I don't know. I think it's I don't know. Yeah, I just don't. I don't always find myself paying much attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I get that, man.
But I would say, tastes-wise, I do probably fall into the alternative category at the Grammys. Sometimes I will notice an album that I liked has been nominated in that cat. It's usually in that category, I feel like.
Right. Yeah, me too. Yeah, if there is one.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of jump into this. So I really enjoyed this album. It was pretty hard hitting. I wrote down it's very the lyrics are really introspective. There's a lot of kind of talk about depression and anxiety. A lot of political stuff, religious stuff. like she really goes like everywhere. But her songwriting is really, really impressive. Like I wrote down some lyrics. I basically kind of picked 3 songs I wanted to talk about. They were my faves, and I'll kind of like give a little time to each. But so I'm gonna first start out with track 2, Glum, which was really cool. So the chorus I wrote, she wrote, but I wrote it down. Do you ever feel so alone that you could implode and no one would know? And I was like, wow. But she sings it very like hopefully. Like,
yeah.
It's like, do you ever know?
Yeah.
Like it's like really catchy and it's so good. I feel like that's why I like Hayley Williams is because she's able to capture like poignant lyrics, sad stuff, but make it really either energized or fun.
Yeah.
And it's just like a cool dichotomy.
I do always like music like that. Pretty much always, I should say. That's, sounds positive, but is sad or like kind of disturbing even at times. Like, I don't know why this is always the example that comes to mind, but like White Winter Hymnal by Fleet Foxes has like some crazy lyrics.
Right.
But it sounds like such a happy, like Christmassy song,
It does. Yeah. Yeah. The lyrics are crazy in that song. Very violent.
Yeah.
So that song's really cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like that one a lot. Next one, Mirtazapine.
Nice.
It was my favorite one.
Dude, me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Hashtag same. Dude, that thing slaps, dude.
It really does.
So I wrote driving drums and guitar. The guitar riff is really sick. A little more energy because there's a lot of kind of in that album. This is track 5, so you're still pretty early. Again, there were 20 tracks. So it kind of like, I think it was kind of like chill at that point, and this is like, I think the first kind of banger.
Yeah.
From what I remember. I just kind of looked up Mirtazapine is an antidepressant. I actually was using genius.com.
Nice.
To kind of look at some lyrics. And
we like going on there, reading the annotations.
Yeah, that is fun to do. So that was an antidepressant, which I didn't realize. And then, so the chorus is Mirtazapine, you make me eat, you make me sleep. Mirtazapine, you let me dream, you let me dream. Aha. At the end. Aha. But that song, that chorus is so good. Like, it's so catchy. But I thought like there was a little annotation there that somebody wrote, and I kind of was thinking this a little too when listening. But it was like, this is like helping her. Like I'm not sure if this is her actual, about her exactly, but the person she's writing about, it's helping them. The antidepressant is helping them get through the day, and then like you let me dream, like perhaps you let me like sleep actually, but also like dream, like, create that life that I want.
Right. Like to have goals and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So, I just liked that message. So that was good. That's some good stuff.
Yeah. I like a good belter.
That was a belter.
Like she is going for it.
She really is.
Track. Yeah.
She is so good. Like, it'd be really cool to revisit more of the Paramore, like older stuff. But I feel like, I'm thinking like Riot is one of the big albums. I think that's like late 2000s or something. Like in that realm roughly. And that's like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And like, I think she's like 36 or something.
Okay.
Like roughly in that range. So she's already has so much experience with music, but obviously like in life too, she writes about a lot of struggles. So, I mean, it's like, she's got like so much more time. I feel like she's going to get even better as we go on.
She's going to keep belting.
It's going to be awesome. Last one we'll do, I'm trying to stick on my schedule, is Parachute.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, God, that was good. I wrote, this song slaps with 2 exclamation points.
Wow, not just one?
2.
2.
We got 2 right now.
Okay.
Yes. So this was number 18. So this is near the end.
Yes,
Later in the album. And okay, so this chorus is so good. So I'm going to read this to you right now.
Okay. Please do.
So it says, I thought you were going to catch me. I thought you were going to catch me. I never stopped falling for you. Now I know better. Never let me leave home without a parachute. you kidding me right now? Are you serious?
I could not be more serious.
What the? This is like so. I just love this because, I just related to this a lot. Like, you think someone else is going to save you, but you got to save yourself, my guy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got to save yourself. And this is like, we've heard this kind of concept before, but I thought this was such a cool, like, metaphor to like have the parachute. There's so many kind of double meanings where it's like, I thought you were going to catch me, and then like, I never stopped falling for you. That's like a or like a double meaning.
Right.
She's like literally falling, but now she needs to remember to have her own parachute so she can like take care of herself. I thought that is like some awesome poetry right there. Like the lyricism is incredible. And I think, one really quick thing. I think I would like meeting her in person also because she has a song called Zissou, which I was reading about. It's in reference to the Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, a Wes Anderson movie. And the song is like, I actually wrote a ton of notes on this, but I'm not going to get to all of them.
Okay.
The song sounds slightly like, kind of like one of the songs in the movie where it's like, doo, 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 like some like kind of very like synthy stuff.
Right.
The song slightly sounds like that to me, and there's just kind of some homages to it. It feels like, and a lot of like underwater kind of funny mentions and like just kind of cool mentions in that one. But I actually looked it up, and there was a Paramore cruise that they would do called Parahoy.
Okay.
Parahoy, and they like made it Life Aquatic themed. And it was like fans could go on this cruise with Paramore, and they would just like play.
What?
Yeah, so like this is like apparently a huge thing in like Paramore lore. So the last one they did was like 2018, so they haven't done it in a while, but it was a thing. Like I literally was typing in like, I don't know how I got to that, but I had no idea that existed. So that was really fun to find that.
That's amazing. That sounds super fun.
It was awesome to see that.
Yes, I also wanted to note the song Discovery Channel.
It was on my
was it
honorable mentions? Yeah,
yeah. I just like that the chorus is sampled from the Bloodhound Gang, that song The Bad Touch. Didn't see that one coming.
I didn't realize because I didn't know what it was from because I had heard it and I was like, this is the like how we do it on the Discovery Channel.
Right.
I was like, I've heard that somewhere, but I didn't look it up.
Also in Parachutes, she makes a reference to Spidey senses.
Yes. She does that. She does a DC reference to Gotham.
Oh, yeah.
In another, I don't know where if I wrote it.
Oh, shoot. Which one is that?
Did you see that though too?
Yes. I was listening to it yesterday and I was like, hey, Gotham. Is it hard?
Yes, I think it is hard.
I think it might. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyways, pretty cool.
I was reading about that because there was like an annotation where she had been watching Penguin.
Oh, really?
She was like really into it. So
nice.
So yeah, there's so much to say about this that we could say more.
Yes.
But I think I'm gonna end it right there.
I like it. Thanks for bringing that one to my attention.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed listening to that. All right. Well, we'll flip it over to me then.
Flip.
The album that I chose to talk about this month is Secret Love by Dry Cleaning. Now, I haven't done too much research into the background on this album. I do know it's produced by Kate LeBon, which is pretty cool. She's a Welsh musician of note. She's got some pretty good stuff out there.
Okay, I've
that
heard of
song, I think it's called "Are You With Me Now." I feel like most people would probably know that one.
Sounds really
It's produced by Kate LeBon. I did also there's an interesting section here on their Wikipedia page about the background and recording of the album, and just got a cameo from a guy who we like a lot. It says, after a performance at Chicago's Pitchfork Music Festival in 2022, Dry Cleaning were greeted by Wilco frontman Jeff Tweedy backstage.
Oh, awesome. Oh, cool.
Who was a fan and invited them to visit his nearby studio, The Loft. So I found out the little bit of research that I did do on this album is that some of the demos for it and maybe some stuff that eventually ended up on the album was recorded at The Loft.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a little...
Very cool.
We're both pretty big Wilco fans,
Yes.
I would say.
Wilco. We love Wilco.
So that's a cool little background for you. But I would say about this album, it's very like post-punk, and there's a lot of the vocals mainly are like spoken word. You know, there is some singing, but for the most part, I think it's just kind of like poetry being read over cool instrumentals. And yeah, I had been looking for like an album that had come out, you know, at this point we're like a month and a half into the year, you know, but I wanted to try and find something from somewhere in that space. And so I was just looking at new releases, and I have heard of Dry Cleaning before. I know their song Her Hippo. It's from their last album maybe. And so yeah, I was like, okay, I've heard of this band. I want to check out this album. And right away, like the first song had me at like,
So
I was like,
good.
okay, let's go.
So good.
Let's go. Yeah, this one's a little bit shorter than the Hayley Williams one. We're at 41 minutes and there's 11 songs. But yeah, no, it's just front to back good stuff. Thoroughly enjoyed it. What did you think of it, Jonah?
I really liked it. That first track hit my head all day.
Yeah.
Dude, it's probably gonna be one of my favorite songs of the year. Like I have like a playlist that I make every year where just songs I find at that moment I just put in this playlist.
Nice.
So I put that one in the 2026.
Nice.
But it's so catchy. Like I think we were talking before that I think I had heard that song actually once on a local radio station here.
Right.
But it's so catchy. And then it's like a broad view. Yeah, I really agree with like you said, kind of like the spoken word. I thought this was like a really cool, like kind of more experimental type album because of the spoken word. I haven't really listened to a lot of that kind of vibe.
Right.
It actually reminded me, I wanted to mention this. So I have my grandma had this huge jazz collection of records, and after she passed, I just took some of them as a keepsake, and I grabbed this one. The dude's name is Ken Nordine.
Okay.
And the album is called Word Jazz.
Okay.
And it's like literally like he's just talking about really like crazy fantastical stuff that happens. Like he's telling these really cool stories. And there's like awesome jazz music in the background. And this reminded me of that like instantly.
Yeah.
But so just a little random thing, but yeah, I think like they made an amazing album, and I feel like they're gonna probably take off a little bit.
Definitely.
Like a little bit more.
Yeah. I hope so.
I hope so too.
I feel like it would be a cool outfit to see live.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I would see them.
I should mention too, what do I want to say here? I don't know. I don't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, it's just a good album. I really like that spoken word delivery is kind of newer for me too. Like I don't listen to a ton of music that is like that, but I've found it to be like I think the thing with that is I like it as long as also the music is good, you know?
Yes, that's a good point.
And they delivered.
They deliver it.
The instrumentation on this album is really solid.
Yeah, there was a couple that just kind of reminding me. There was a couple of really cool drumming parts. I remember I liked kind of some like bangers.
Yeah,
like kind of like middle towards the end. But I also wanted to mention the lyricism was hilarious at times.
Yeah.
There's some really, there's one like just about sex.
Yeah.
There's another one about like talcum powder. Like, do you remember when she's like, open me? Like, I don't think this one was sexual, but she was like, I'm a talcum powder container. Open me. Yeah, like,
that doesn't sound sexual at all.
Really funny. It might be sexual. It was really funny though. Like, there's a part of me that doesn't want everything to be really sexual, but I just know that it's going to happen.
Sometimes it's going to happen. I'm looking at the lyrics now to hit my head all day, and onion, carrots, and celery.
Wait, what?
In
She
one
just
of the
says that?
verses, yeah.
What's the context? Like, what's the before and afters? Or anything else?
We've got, when I was a child, I wanted to drive a horse, onions, carrots, and celery. Excuse me.
Amazing.
What? I'm using makeup.
I think the way, like, the way she delivers it too.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm using makeup.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, it's really funny.
Yeah. I'm glad I was able to find this album. It's definitely a good one.
What made you pick this one?
I just was looking into albums that came out this year so far.
Okay. So far. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was just like a giant list on Wikipedia.
Really? So was it kind of like, you just kind of like randomly?
Yeah, I just I
Wow.
looked for like people I knew, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I think They Might Be Giants just put out an EP. I listened to that one too. But that's only
cool.
like, it's like 3 songs or something.
Yeah. It's kind of shorter.
Also, Andrew Bird has a new song for that show, The Pit.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That is cool. I've not listened to that.
Yeah, we like Andrew Bird as well.
Yeah, we love Andrew Bird.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
It's pretty short.
Love
I feel
that
like
guy.
it's less than 2 minutes. I mean, it's made for a TV show, so that probably factored into that maybe, but it's good.
Have you watched The Pit?
No.
I haven't yet, but I've been told it's really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Mm.
I hope to watch it one day. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
One day when I get big,
Yeah.
I will do it.
All right.
Yay.
I think that's I think I'm done stumbling my way through music now.
No, I think those were 2 really good albums.
Yeah.
I
No,
you
I
did a
agree.
Nice job. Yeah.
Good picks for sure.
Mhm.
All right, should we move on to our final segment?
The final segment. Yeah.
All
So
right.
what is the final segment? I forgot what it is.
Final segment is you and I
What?
talking about comic books.
What
Yeah.
the frick is happening? I had no idea we were going to do that.
Really?
No idea.
So we did it last month, though.
We did?
Yeah, we talked about comic books at the end of the show.
That's not ringing any bells for
Okay.
me. Yeah. I don't even know what a comic book is, but
Oh, no.
no, I'm just kind of going along with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is probably going to go very poorly then.
Yeah, I think it will.
Okay.
But we could try it, all right?
Let's try it.
Let's try it out.
Let's try it. All right, I got to get under my books here.
Okay.
Vamp for me.
So let's vamp it up, Vampirella.
Thanks for doing that.
Yep.
Vampirella, baby.
Vampirella, baby.
All right.
Okay, should we just dive?
Let's just dive
Let's dive it
straight
through it.
Not at I'm talking a
No.
straight downward angle.
Really, like up and down.
Yeah. Just down.
How deep is it?
4 or 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Just 4 or 5?
4 or 5.
Wow.
Easy.
I think we got it.
Easy.
When we go like this, and then we immediately just flatten.
Yeah.
Like, we're really good at doing that.
That's what I plan on doing.
That's what you're going to do? Okay.
Yeah.
I've been practicing for a little while.
Okay.
So we could try it out.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
All right.
Dude, so, all right. So we're going to start out with Absolute Batman. Number 16. This is really cool. We set up our cross cameras.
Yeah, if you've got access to YouTube, we're on there with the video.
Yep. Yeah,
we
with
got the video
videos.
on there. With the videos.
We have the video on
We have the
YouTube.
videos.
.com.
Otherwise, if you're just listening, we have 2 separate cameras that are pointed at each of us.
Right. I'm going to look at this one
Let me try and get in yours. There it is. Hi. All right, so go ahead.
Okay, so we got Absolute Batman number 16. Dude, this is just a bonkers. Just every time I look at this, I'm just reminded of the series as a whole.
Yeah.
This is a bonkers series that I think is probably going to get cemented as a kind of legendary series.
Yeah.
But I'm going to show something. I read something we can do it for journalistic purposes.
Okay.
So I'm just going to show this is really cool 2-page thing at the beginning. This is so awesome. So
it is really cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
So okay, so kind of where we're at is Bruce is basically meeting with Absolute Wonder Woman. So we know that there's this absolute universe happening where you have multiple characters and they have their own runs happening. But this is the second crossover between the two.
Yes.
Because the first one was in the previous Absolute Wonder Woman issue. Mm-hmm. So they crossed over in there, which Lucas has read that one.
Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's all in. Mm-hmm. He's all in. Oh, it's not on. Oh, here.
DC all in.
He's all in on the all in stuff.
DC all in.
Yeah. So they meet, and I believe the thought process of Bruce is that, hey, my buddies, but also kind of specifically Waylon the Croc. Now he's Crocodile. Can you? They got turned into these horrible creatures, or are all effed up real bad. So he's just yo, Diana, can you just help me with this? You got some magic stuff we can do, and can you take me to another realm possibly? And she's like, I'm going to take you to another realm actually.
Yeah.
So that's where they go.
I can deliver upon that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool that they met in this museum.
Yeah.
Wasn't that kind of
too.
silly?
He has the amulet. He could have summoned her anywhere, but he went to the museum.
Wait,
I don't know if there was.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, the little amulet guy.
A particular reason for that, or
it kind of felt random. Well, let's see. I think what's happening is because he goes to see his friends who literally hate him.
Oh yeah,
and then they're like, we hate you. You're dead. And then he's just driving kind of angrily in that cool 2-page splash we just showed you on his motorcycle. And then he goes to the Gotham Museum of Natural History. Diana looks so cool. I feel like Nick Dragotta, he's such a great artist.
That was one of my notes too. It was really cool to see her drawn by Nick Dragotta.
Yes. Yes. There's a cool, you see her whole body basically. It's just really, she looks really jacked. She kind of looks like Absolute Batmanified almost.
Right. Yeah. It seems like they've given her the Absolute Batman treatment. I don't want to comment on anybody's appearance, but her thighs are fucking huge.
I was going to say her legs are huge.
It's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's it's awesome.
She's been absolute Batmanified.
Yes. So they kind of go on this cool journey in this kind of other realm. And I want to say this. So this is a really funny issue.
Yeah.
It's really funny. And there's a couple of panels where Batman is hilarious looking to me, because at this point he's very stoic in the whole series. And
right.
He's like, I hate everything, and I just everything's really tough. Which I get it. There's a lot of shit going on.
He's had a hard go of it over the past year and a half.
Yes,
it's been tough.
With his friends and all these traumatic memories of his dad passing away, and but there's some really funny little 1-page things. On that same page is just a picture of his face, as he's entering in the realm, and he's there's just ... he just looks funny. There's a little joke on the next page where they're
this got me. This one got me. Yeah.
Do tell.
Well, I made this note also. It's nice to see this level of humor in a book that has so far been extremely tragic and kind of disturbing at times.
Yes,
and
disturbing.
We talked about, it has pretty much morphed into body horror
right
at this point. But so there's this gag where they arrive in, I guess she calls it Aeya. Is that right?
Sounds right to me.
They arrive in this land where the veil between realms is thin, and she's going to take him to Acrolis, who can potentially give them something with which Bruce can cure Waylon of his killer croc disease type thing. And so they're walking through this land, and it's very perilous. And it seems like each day or so, for like several days in a row, there's something that Diana will point out to him that she says. So, like, for instance, day 2, there's some lightning. She says, if you look at the lightning, it'll kill you. Day 3, there's this giant bird of some sort singing a song near them. She says, if you listen to its song, it'll kill you. Day 7, they're in the sand dunes. If you stumble in the sands, you will die. Like this, if you stumble, the sands will kill you. And then on day 11, they walk across a cyclops, and he says, is that a cyclops? And she says, yes, if you look in his eye. And he goes, he'll kill me. And she says, no, it's just impolite. Why would he kill you?
They threw us.
That's like a whole page of a joke.
Yeah, exactly. And then they also show the Cyclops looking at him, and he looks kind of like a little animal.
Yeah.
Like, he looks really funny.
He gives him some side eye.
Exactly. The one side eye.
Yes, I agree on the humor there. And then also wanted to say, like, at the next turn of the page, Alfred is feeding Waylon.
Yes.
This was hilarious because he dumps out this meat, and Waylon's like, meat. And he's like, yeah, it's in the trolley. Like, back up off of me. And then there's just this panel.
His face.
Don't you eat me. And then Waylon just like, yells at him.
That is pretty funny.
That was a good one. And then, so yeah, there's some more stuff happens. Bruce goes to a dream realm, which was pretty cool. But the other, a couple other funny things real quick.
Oh God.
They get to Acrolis, who's like this gigantic, absolute centaur.
Yes.
And he's just huge. And he says some stuff to Diana about how she never comes down here to hang out with them. And, and then he's like, basically tells her, like, I'm going to enjoy killing you and your boyfriend. And they jump, and there's an entire page of them just both yelling, we're not together.
Yeah. It's very comedic.
I love that one. And then on the next page,
oh gosh,
Bruce,
this is my favorite part.
Bruce knocks him down, the centaur, gets behind him, and Diana's like, Bruce, never stand behind a centaur. And he goes, what? And then immediately gets kicked in the head.
Like, yeah, and he gets that what panel is my favorite panel of the whole book.
It's so good.
Because he looks hilarious.
He looks so goofy.
Yes. He's like, what? This feels like an annual to me.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
I agree.
It's like a side quest, because it is quite literally a side quest.
Yeah.
But the whole tone is shifted. Like, it's way funnier. I feel like this adds to my whole enjoyment of the series, that it can go here.
Yeah.
And not just be like kind of brooding the whole time.
I agree. And they are kind of in between arcs, right now. Like, it seems like
sure
they finished up Bane in 14, then 15 was Joker, 16 has been this, which is like part 2 of a duet,
Right.
And then I believe 17 is like starting on a new story.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
I think that it is.
So yeah, I think that maybe that kind of lends itself to a bit of a lighter tone.
That's a good
being
point.
In a transitional phase,
Yes. It's kind of as when they had the Mr. Freeze little arc there, like 2 issues or whatever, like in issue 7 or something like that, where it was like, and it kind of was like one off. They had a different artist in there, and it had like a whole different vibe, and it kind of feels like that. I almost forgot about this, but I really like, as far as like messages, this is like kind of why I like comics too, is that there's like usually very hopeful messages. Mm-hmm. And there's one where Diana's kind of just like, Bruce, everything you need lies inside you. Mm-hmm. And he's like remembering that but then it's so I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
It literally was also. He had been stabbed with an
He had
arrow
been right.
that was inside him that he needed to give to Waylon.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see what that does to him.
I know. Yeah, I'm
The next
interested.
one.
Kind of ended us on a cliffhanger there. I also liked. I wanted to note we now have absolute Lucius Fox. Which
We
is pretty
do.
Cool.
Wait, where was he? Oh yeah, he's his boss,
is like
right?
the foreman. Yeah. At the construction site, and it's funny because Bruce is like super tired at the beginning, and Lucius is like, "Listen, man, do me a favor. Go this weekend. Go out and touch some grass, ride a horse, get in a fight." And then it's all the shit that he ends up doing in this issue. And he comes back, and his arm is in a sling. And Lucius is like, "What the hell did you do?" And he's like, "Touched some grass. I rode a horse. I got in a fight." I like the closure on that gag.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
This is just like amazing storytelling.
Yeah,
I feel like all the stuff we've talked about today is just incredible.
Yeah, and I wanted to say too, I was wondering, I think I mentioned last month, I was wondering how they were going to bring Diana back into this, because her part of the duet was very like self-contained. It felt like it started and ended in that issue. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I wonder how they're going to do it here without it feeling like forced. And they did a great job. Like he gets 3 uses out of that amulet, and he's used it twice now. So he's still got one more. So we're going to be remembering that and thinking about that. But it felt like organic, like he needs her help to do this thing for his friend. And he feels like he has this like guilt and responsibility kind of thing going on for the stuff that happened to all of his friends as a result of the bad hombre, Bane.
The bad hombre.
The bad hombre. It felt like a natural way to like bring her back rather than just him being like, I have this thing, I should use it. I don't know.
So when does he get the amulet? Because I don't remember this.
In her part of the duet.
Oh, see, I didn't read that one.
Yeah. So it would be Absolute Wonder Woman 15.
Okay.
Yeah. She gives him an amulet and says all he has to do is touch it with his bare skin and say, I demand an audience with Diana of the Wild Isle or something.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I think I remember you telling me this now in the past. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the Bats.
That's a wrap for the Bats.
Batty Ice. Oh, that one got him. That one got him good. Okay, so we got... All right, you introduce this next one.
All right. Coming at you live, we got, for our next issue, the Infernal Hulk, number 3. And we actually...
different covers.
We have different covers, so hold that up for a little longer. I'll cut, and we'll show both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
I just have the A cover.
You got the A cover.
Do you know which one that is?
I wrote it down. I think
specific?
it's C. Yeah,
C?
it's C.
Okay,
this
cool.
is the Phil Noto.
Oh, nice.
I really like this cover a lot.
Yeah.
We saw it at the store.
I like that one as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're diving in. Infernal Hulk number 3. We got Philip Kennedy Johnson at the helm.
Yep, helmet.
Doing the writing. I like this issue because there are different artists, different art styles, like combining.
Yes.
So penciling, we got Kev Walker and Nick Klein, and then inkers Cam Smith and Nick Klein, colorists Matthew Wilson and Nick Klein. Nick Klein's just
this guy's tearing it
getting
up.
it done.
He's just tearing it up.
And then
over there.
doing the letters, VC's Corey Pettit. Pettit?
I got no idea.
No idea.
Sorry, Corey.
Sorry, Corey.
We love you.
Great job, though. The letters look awesome.
Yes. I actually made a note of the Nick Klein thing.
Yeah.
This guy's a powerhouse. He's involved in like everything besides lettering and writing.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen that before.
Penciling, inking, coloring. Did the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Or the cover, the one I have, I think.
The 8 cover. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Jonah?
Dude.
What were your thoughts on Infernal Hulk number 3?
Dude, this was my favorite actually.
Favorite one so far?
Or
of all these 3?
Of this month.
Wow.
Of this month.
Nice.
I just, dude, like, Oh man. The question is why. That's always the hard part.
Why?
Why? So I just felt like the story kept advancing. Oh, we finally got to learn more about David. It's not Bruce. It's David. He's as an alias.
Yes.
And then so we learn, and then also like his wife or girlfriend. I can't remember, but they're partners. Heather, and she's got some shit going on.
Yes.
So she's got a lot of traumatic PTSD happening.
Yeah.
This was it looks like this was from the first run, the Incredible Hulk that these guys did like recently.
Yes.
Which we did not read that.
Right. We're kind of playing catch up here.
Yeah, and mustard.
I don't play mustard.
Whoa.
That's the name of the episode.
Yes.
I don't play mustard.
That was good. That was awesome. So, oh man, the art, like I said, the art's really cool. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time.
No, that's okay. I wanted to real quick
cover
my own ass from last month. I said something about David Banner, and I was pretty certain that there was a David Banner out there. David Banner is the Hulk's alter ego in the Incredible Hulk TV show.
Sure.
From the 70s, I believe, with Lou
really
Ferrigno.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's where that came from. His father's name, which I think I said David Banner might be his father. His father's name is Brian Banner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that information.
Yes. So now we know. The more we learn,
This is about learning. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a note here that just says Betty going through it. Seems like she is kind of struggling to adjust to being human again. Because apparently she also was possessed by this thing that then possessed Bruce and eventually tore him from the Hulk to create two separate identities.
Yes.
Which is, I really like the premise of this book. Like as a whole, like I just like that.
I agree with that. It's super cool. Like the kind of going along with that, like on Bruce's side, 'cause we get this. There's a big element of the Avengers coming into this.
Yeah.
So like Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, he's like texting Bruce, and he's like basically like, "Why are you ignoring me?" Like, and they're also like, "We need your help to take out this Infernal Hulk, like the Hulk. Like this guy's killing. Like I think he mentions he like wipes out like a military base.
Yeah.
So he's just going off the rails, and they know like Bruce is the only guy who can stop him. But Bruce is kind of sworn off, like being a Hulk or like getting involved with this.
Yeah, Tony calls him a sniveling coward and small. And it gets to the point where Reed goes, Tony.
Yeah.
and then Bruce says he's earned a little cowardice.
Yeah, he does say that.
So yeah, he's just completely trying to remove himself from the situation.
Yes.
And it seems like he kind of has his hands full maybe anyway with everything that's going on at home. Yeah. So
the kind of the self-harm stuff was a little hard for me to read.
Yeah.
With Betty, that was like kind of intense.
It was, yeah. Anytime they drop that at the beginning, the message about with the crisis lifeline, I'm always like, oh, what are we in for in this one?
Yep.
You know,
that was in like every Ultimate X-Men one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
too? Yeah.
So,
yeah, I agree with that. I made a note of that.
Yeah.
I think that a reason why I really like this issue is that it is more focused on Bruce. This is the first issue of the run where we're seeing Bruce a lot.
Right.
The other ones have been about the Hulk, and we're like you said, like we're getting his family life, his work life. You can tell that he's obviously not doing well because of Betty, probably. But I probably been thinking it's because he's ignoring who he is.
Yeah.
Which is he's got to help these people out.
There's going to have to be some sort of call to action here.
Right.
I would think.
I think
maybe
there
I'm
will
totally
be.
wrong, but seems like so.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. You go.
I was gonna say it seems like at the end, they might be hinting at what that potential call to action might be.
Yes.
Now, I don't know anything about this guy, Scar. They say he's
Wait,
the Hulk's
what?
son,
Oh, yes.
but
I don't know about him either.
he saved Betty and Bruce from the Requiem
Yes.
realm or whatever.
Yep.
When Eldest
Here we go.
took over the body of the Hulk, the Hulk's son saved them. And it's interesting. It was an interesting choice to end with a panel of him because he hadn't really been in the issue other than in that flashback. And it's while Bruce is getting texts from Tony and Reed saying, you might not have asked for this, but you did create this thing because you couldn't sort your crap out with your monster. Now it's everyone's monster. And if your Hulk is really gone, we are truly doomed. And you see this shot of Scar. And so I'm wondering if maybe the plan is to somehow link Bruce up with Scar.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So I will come clean. I did not realize that was Scar at the end there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't make that connection. But that I think is totally right because they show him earlier, like you said.
Right.
And because obviously it can't be Bruce because he's ripped from being the Hulk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they're going to get linked. And this picture, unbelievable.
So cool.
I actually had heard another interview with a podcast. So the podcast called Comic Book Club.
Okay. Quick plug
For those guys. They're really cool. Listen to them quite a bit. They had interviewed Philip Kennedy Johnson at a Comic-Con. And in the interview, he's talking about how Nick Klein's art has progressed since he's been working with him. Because I think they started so again, this is the second kind of volume of their 3-volume thing they're going to be doing with the Hulk, which is going to span many years. I think their first issue of the other one, I think it was 2018 or something like that. I could be wrong on that. Maybe it was that was the run before that. But the last run was 30 issues. So it was probably after that actually. But anyways, it seems that I mean this Hulk right here looks amazing. It seems like he's even improving since we've began reading almost. Yeah. Which is 3 issues. So I really like Nick Klein. His art. He also draws. There's a couple. So like we were saying, Kev Walker does most of the art because he's doing the Bruce Banner kind of era. But there's a few of Hulk's kind of world, and it's very miniature looking.
Yes.
And it's super detailed, and I love that. So I know we got to stick to our schedule here. So I think I'm gonna I'll just say I love this one. This is probably my favorite out of the 3. I like to see where this is going. It has a lot of momentum.
Yeah, I agree. I like it. I'm excited as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Getting to our last of the 3 for this month.
Last of the 3.
Would you like to do the honors?
I shall, dude. I shall. Okay, so we got Captain America, number 6.
Number 6.
And this is the start of a new arc. A new arc, Doom Shadow Part 1.
Doom Shadow.
So we got Cap. This is I do a little kind of organizing on my comics and stuff. I think this is volume 14.
14.
That's crazy. But the writer is Chip Zdarsky, artist Delio Diaz
Chipman.
and Frank L. Pizarro. Colors Romulo Fajardo Jr., letterer VC's Joe Caramanga. Lucas, what do you think? What do we got?
I liked this one.
Like this one? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I will say in a relatively actionless issue, the plot still is moving,
Yes.
They're getting stuff done without being I mean, there is some action for sure. But yeah, they're getting stuff done without, they're also kind of giving us a breather after closing out the Doom storyline, And so now, do I have this right? The first one was several years ago.
Yes.
And then this one is now after the events of One World Under Doom.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, because they make reference to the fact that Doom just tried to take over the world. But I'm that's just Tuesday for him. You know what I mean? That could have been, they could be referring to anything. So
yeah, no, I think that it is It is in a timeline right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're like present day then.
This is present day.
Okay. The only thing that I actually wrote down for this issue is in capital letters. I wrote Red Hulk.
Yes, dude. I think I wrote about Red Hulk too. So.
Nice. I just love seeing that guy in comics.
Dude, same, dude. Which
just
picture
fun.
are you looking at? Oh, I think I know
This
which
one at the end.
Is it this guy? Yeah. Dude, that is
so
just
cool.
Epic as
But I do like the one earlier on. It's less Red Hulky, but where Ross is looking into the mirror and you see the smile and the shining eye.
That is
of
epic.
Red Hulk.
I think that's on like the first page or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second page. That's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of like callbacks to the movie, I feel like, the Brave New World one.
Yeah.
Like that, I guess that one is the main callback, like vibe.
Right.
I thought this was like a really interesting issue. I didn't really love it. Like,
sure.
Like I was like, oh, it was awesome. I still I still enjoyed it. So the dialogue was very interesting. I kind of feel like it stumbled a little. It was like it was doing more telling than showing.
Okay.
It's like we got to explain a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like that's cool. I'd prefer a little bit more showing versus telling.
Okay.
It was really cool though that we learned about Shield. We got Nick Fury here, Nick Fury Jr. actually.
Yeah.
So I'm not familiar with what happened there.
I don't
Are you
know.
familiar? Okay.
No.
We'll find out eventually, probably. It'll come back around. So just kind of getting acquainted with this like new like Shield gang, which seems pretty cool. Sharon is in there too. So
got to see Sharon.
Yep, his GF, which they're kind of having some struggles. It sounds like they're both, they both have high visibility positions.
Yes. It seems like they remain committed to one another, but in their own ways,
Right, in their own ways, exactly. So they're trying to, and there's like a part where I think Sam Wilson is like, "Are you good, man?" And he's like, I think I wrote it down. He's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Nothing's ever easy, Sam.
Yeah,
life, relationships, democracy." And that panel is sick because it's like they're walking at night outside of the Washington Monument.
Yes,
and it's
got the
super
Washington
beautiful.
Monument in the background.
Mm-hmm. That's probably like my favorite panel of the issue.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I actually have been there. Like we went to DC on a school trip, like the 7th, 8th grade trip.
Wow!
And kind of walking right there is like super nice. Like it's gorgeous.
I went to Springfield, Illinois for my 8th grade field trip.
That is awesome. Do some Lincoln stuff.
Yeah. It's no Washington D.C.
Did you what did you see?
House.
We saw House.
House MD. Hugh Laurie was there.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That guy's nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I noticed here. So this is kind of unrelated, but I don't know why I did this, but there was a lot of ads in this particular issue.
Okay, yeah.
So I wrote it down. There were 10 pages of ads and 22 pages of story. Now, I don't know if that's regular or what, but I just remember thinking, because a lot of times I'll put the ad on this page. Mm-hmm. And so it was like towards the end, there was like everyone was like that. And I was like, dude. So I'm not going to make a judgment on it because I don't know what that means. But I was just like, there's a lot of ads. But anyways, I thought, we got a lot of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff going on.
Yeah.
And where does this... Oh, yeah, it ends with... Yeah, so basically this ending is sick.
Yeah.
Like, Hulk is like... Okay, so can you remind me... Because they're going to Latveria.
Right.
Why are they going to Latveria again?
To secure... They're trying to locate and secure weapons of mass destruction, basically, that Doom may have left behind.
Nice.
Before these warring factions get their hands on them.
Right, yeah, because it's kind of like... It's like a mess right now because he's gone.
Right. Yeah. He's left a vacuum.
He's left a vacuum. So basically like S.H.I.E.L.D., so Steve and these new dudes that he's with, who he is very like worried about the girl. What was the character's name? Red
Widow?
Widow.
Yeah.
he's very like paranoid of her.
Yeah.
He's like, Nick, like, I don't trust her.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. So I think something might be going on there. But yeah, they get to Latveria and Hulk is like fucking everything up and he's like, and if anybody wishes to get in the way of that, well, Hulk smash.
Hulk smash.
It was like, oh shoot.
We love a Hulk smash.
We love a Hulk smash here.
I wanted to say, isn't it kind of, maybe this point has been made before, isn't it kind of interesting that Captain America works for S.H.I.E.L.D. and his primary weapon is his shield?
It's pretty sick.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that cool though? No,
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think that I actually remember seeing there was like an ad. There was another ad. I think it was like Chips, because Chip Zdarsky's been doing a lot of variant covers.
Oh yeah, I saw his name on the list in this one.
Yeah, they look really cool. Like I haven't looked at all of them, but the ones I have seen are really nice, really cool. But there's one where I think he did it, where it was, or at least it was like an ad, where it was like talking about like who is the new S.H.I.E.L.D. or something.
Okay.
And it has Cap's shield like wedged in the ground.
Nice.
And that was for this issue, an ad for number 6. So they did kind of touch on that.
Yeah.
On that thought that you had. So
See, I knew I couldn't have been the only one.
that's okay though. But yeah,
All right.
that was it.
Okay,
That
folks.
was the one.
Well, hey, that's all we got. So we want to say thanks to everybody out there for listening. If you haven't listened to our gigantic first issue, go check that out. It's available wherever you get your podcasts, as will this be. We're talking Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. Pretty much, if it's got podcasts on it, we're on there. And we wanted to re-emphasize, too, the name change coming next month. So we're going to be switching to Wesley's Pop Culture Club. And then just to reiterate, we're going to go see Project Hail Mary when that comes out in March. And we're going to talk about that on our 3rd issue. And if you'd like to read any comics along with us, next month we'll be talking more Absolute Batman, Infernal Hulk, and Captain America. So,
Totally, man.
Jonah, you got anything?
No. I think that was it. So yeah, this was a really fun issue number 2, man. This was a great time.
We love doing this, so we hope people like listening to it.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun so far.
Yes.
And
it's been awesome.
Regardless of how anybody feels about it, we're going to keep chugging.
Yeah. We're going to chug like a train.
Yep.
It's like
All
a
right.
choo-choo train.
Well,
alrighty.
Thanks everybody for listening. We love you all, and we will see you next month.
Bye.